Two. Hello, Promo Cares Radio. Welcome. We have a very special guest, an international guest from our neighbors upstairs, Jody Steinhauer, and she's going to talk to us about her go-giver attitude. They're out of Toronto, and Roger, our co-founder, brought her name to our attention, and she's pretty badass. So we're going to talk all about the good things about Jody, and so welcome. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us this morning.
Hey, everybody. Hi, Carrie. Thanks so much.
So we're going to start out, and first of all, I'm going to ask my question about the airport, even though we have not traveled in some time, but I think it brings back warm fuzzies for most people. So you go through security, TSA, and you're already done with that stress. Before you board the plane, what is your process? What do you do in between that time frame?
I think I sit down. I actually pull out for the last time, check in on I have 5 children. So check in on the children, let them know I'm off radar for however long I am, and check the email one last time. And then I actually say a prayer before I get on the plane.
Nice. I love that. I have that process too. Like when I walk on, I've traveled since I was tiny because my parents divorced when I was really young. So I'm used to traveling Northwest. Mm-hmm. And every time I get on the plane, I touch the outside before I jump on the plane, and I just say, like, just watch over everyone, keep us safe. Yeah. That's it. Like it's like OCD. Like I can't get on a plane without doing that.
Yeah, so it's good tradition.
Same page. I love that. So welcome. Let's talk about your go-giver attitude. Like your company that we're going to talk about is pretty awesome. So tell us a little bit about how this all bubbled up in your life.
Well, my background is fashion, business, and marketing. And I learned at a really young age. I used to like to go south and cross the border, and I was a huge discount shopper. So the Bargains Group was founded 31 years ago. We have 4 divisions now. My oldest division is I buy up very large quantities of surplus merchandise, job lots, whatever you want to call them, and I repackage them into smaller case lots. So kind of like Costco, I always say you can't buy 1 ketchup, you have to buy 3. And if you look at bargainsgroup.com under our wholesale division, kind of most items that you want to find in a Walmart or a dollar store or something like that, you can buy from the Bargains Group at a discount. And we would sell them to stores where they would resell them and make everybody happy. Our second division came out of my passion for just doing volunteer work at the local homeless shelter 20 plus years ago, and recognizing there was a huge void in what they got donated and what they really needed. And also found out that they were shopping retail stores and thought, that's crazy. The stuff that they're actually buying at the stores, I actually sold the stores. So, cut out the middleman and started to help them, but you can't make a living selling homeless shelters or
right.
helping homeless shelters. So I tried to figure out how could I do that. I then opened up my 3rd division, which is promotional products, because all of my charities that I was helping said, we love dealing with your company and your culture. Can you make me a logoed t-shirt for our walkathon? Or can you make me a volunteer gift for our donors? So that's how we actually got into promotional products. We then started a love project, which became a national charity called Engage and Change, where we get leaders like us together for a very tight, engaged, fun half-day event. And we build $500,000 of winter survival kits called Project Winter Survival. And we distribute them to 250 shelters so that nobody dies in Toronto, Canada, where it's pretty cold,
right.
From freezing to death. And in the summertime, we do Project Water so that nobody dies of dehydration. And we just finished that even during COVID. And we gave out 400,000 bottles of water. We couldn't do the kit pack this year. And our last division is what I'm really passionate about now, is teaching people how to do what we do as a company and how to do, group volunteer activities with local impact. And we're like matchmakers. We match them to charities and we educate them along the same way about why they have to help, how to leverage it from an employee recruiting and retention perspective, how to leverage it from doing business, because people want to do business with people and companies that do good. Mm-hmm. And hands down, if I'm quoting on a t-shirt and someone else is, hands down, even if I may be a nickel more, I'll get the business because of the sense of worth and who we are as a company and how we transpose that consistently across all divisions. So we have this really cool new social enterprise called Kits for a Cause, and it's changing the way people both volunteer and do philanthropy. And we're really proud to say we've had many Americans hire us to do it too, because there's kind of nothing like it, but on top of it, people can do the kind of activity, but we made it really uber simple, and we're all about matching people with the charities, and that's the big piece, that we have the connections which really make it all work. So that's what we're doing these days.
So you would say that being a go-giver is good for business?
Yeah, I mean, my mantra is giving back makes great business sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we also teach businesses in Kits for a Cause how to talk about it, how to tell the stories, how to communicate it both on social media, on your website, how to communicate it differently from your sales team to even your people who are in accounts receivable or accounts payable, like how to communicate that at different levels of the organization so that everybody feels that same go-giver attitude and portrays that consistently out throughout the organization.
Right. And that's so important that everybody's on the same page with that, because if everyone is on the same page, amazing things can happen. So
it's a lost opportunity. I've never ever had a company, who's calling me looking for me to purchase something or buy something, talk to me about their core values and giving back how we do. And every person you talk to is an opportunity to share a story with, right?
Absolutely. And this comes with some pretty hefty awards too. I mean, in Toronto, you were Entrepreneur of the Year.
Yeah, I've been really lucky. I've won in Canada, not just Toronto, Canadian Woman Entrepreneur of the Year. I've won Canada's Top 40 Under 40. Those are probably the two biggest awards in our country. I've won, Business Excellence. I've been on a million awards. And I won a Humanitarian of the Year award at the Promotional PPPC convention. But the awards are great, but really why I like the awards, it validates what we do as a company, and it allows me to take the stage a lot of times. I'm a professional speaker, so I get asked to come and speak about these topics, and how to appreciate people, how to give, how to brand, when not to brand, how to bring this into your DNA. And the award, like I said, everyone should win awards. There's a lot more of them around these days. But it really does give you a voice when you're passionate about something, right, like I am about giving back. It gives me the authority and the rubber stamp to say she knows her shit, and she can,
exactly.
Let's get her out here to talk about it, which is great, because that's how I'm creating a movement of how people give differently and volunteer differently. And so the awards are a really big help to that.
Yep. It gives a platform. And I think that's Promo Cares. Like, that's what we say all the time. We're a movement. We're trying to get people to understand that
absolutely
there's a way to make this huge boulder go up this hill if we all work together. And a lot of people are doing it. It's just that they're afraid to talk about it, or that's not why I do it. And it's like, we understand that's not why you do it, but if you talk about it, then we get more inertia. It's good.
And if you talk about it, I train people all the time. If you talk about it, your competitors are going to be like, wow, they're talking about that. Maybe we should. And the more people that talk about it, the more this mindset shifts, that it just becomes normal. For that's just kind of what society does. And, I've been doing this for my church 22 years. So, back then, corporate social responsibility, employee engagement, none of that existed. And many business people looked at me and said, what's wrong with you? Like, why aren't you just building your sales out and building another division or another? But I'm like, well, because this is really important to me. And they'd say, yeah, but you're not making money. And I said, well, it's, what is your definition of success? I make a good living. But there's a lot of other elements why I did it. And then it's kind of, I always say, about 5 years ago, I said the world kind of, caught up to me.
It's so true. So true. So overall, like, we're coming from the promotional products world. Do you think that, it is a differentiator in your mind for even attracting employees for your business? I mean, it seems like, for every single aspect, it's not just good.
Employees is huge. I can't tell you, how many resumes I get a day or calls saying, oh my God, especially during COVID, when unemployment now has gone through the roof and the sector's kind of crashed, sadly. How many people say to me, oh my God, you're exactly what I'm looking for. I'm done, working in the rat race. I want to make an impact. I want to work for you and make a difference. And I have to say to them, that's great. We've got a room full of awards and thank yous and media. But I go, we still got to make money. Let's be really clear. You can't give back if you're not making money. So we say we're for profit, for purpose, you know.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Anything else to share? I mean, we're gonna tag all the things and put all the websites up when we put this
Yeah,
up.
no, I'm really excited to talk to anybody who's looking at ways, even in a, you know, a promotional products agency, let's call it, of I can give you some really easy, very actionable, quick ideas of how to take what I've done and rip it off and replicate it and put it actually in your agency and then teach others how to do it. And it's something as simple, even naming it, you know. So for example, if Promo Cares was the name of an agency, we would call it, you know, the Promo Care Kit program.
Mm-hmm.
And what that would mean, it would be a pillar. Once it's the word program comes with it, it's there.
Yeah.
And then it's allowing your staff, or sometimes even your clients. I can give you some really great ways of connecting with your clients, however many times a year, or sometimes once a month, gathering on a table, packing kits for a specific cause and allowing the participants to pick the cause every time.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's great to pick a different one and to engage the people for making. Sometimes it forces us to take a breath,
Yeah.
to be grateful for a very short period of time. And the other thing in the promotional products industry, there's always mistakes, misprints, samples. And it makes me crazy when I hear companies are like giving them to landfill and destroying them
Right.
because someone's brand. When I tell a brand and there's been an error, or I'm doing a new branding for a client, I say, what's your old stuff? What are you doing with it? And you know, 9 times out of 10, they say, I don't know, we were just going to like get rid of it because we don't want everyone wearing it. So
Mm-hmm.
I also have a program in my company where we distribute that product nationally for free. And our clients love that because it's upcycling, right?
Right, exactly. That's what we're calling brand fill. We're trying to get rid of that as much as possible. I mean, when it's right, it can stay around forever, but things happen, and it's great that there's actually like a process for that.
Yeah, so we've got this great process that works, but kitsforacause.com. If anybody wants to know more, please, you know, reach out. I'd love to have a call with you and help you brainstorm because, you know, we're living in really tough times, and we all got to kind of come together, collaborate. I've got a lot of potential agencies that would be my competitors. And what's really amazing is they're actually bringing me into their clients and saying, hey, my client is dying to do some kind of engagement thing and on Zoom, can you guys help us out? So they're bringing me in as a supplier now, when technically they'd be a competitor. And we have an agreement, like if they want to order swag, I won't touch it. It's their customer. But if they want to do this really cool employee engagement event for charity on Zoom, we've got an incredible process at Kits for a Cause, and we're doing it. So I love the industries coming together to help. We all have different communities, we all have different contacts, and we all need some help right now. So like let's collaborate and under Promo Cares and make the world a better place.
Amen to that. Well, thank you so much for your time today. We're gonna, like I said, when this goes up, we'll have all the information that you can click on, because obviously her company's very diversified, and that's just diversified in so many great ways. So we appreciate your time today, and thanks for sharing the good news.
Okay, great. Thanks. Take care.